And welcome to another episode of the Market Value Chart Show right here at 6 Scale Cantina. In this episode, we're going to go take a look at some of the prior Hot Toys releases for prequel figures, particularly Count Dooku, and also Obi-Wan Kenobi from Revenge of the Sith. Both of those figures are trending really high in the secondary marketplace. Interestingly, you have Qui Gon Jinn that's currently in stock for retail price at Sideshow right now. Once that figure eventually hits waitlist, is that one going to trend the same way? We're going to dive into it right now. Alright, and welcome to another episode of the Market Value Chart Show right here at 6 Scale Cantina. So, getting right into it, the prequel prior releases of Star Wars Hot Toys are just soaring in the secondary marketplace. A couple of episodes ago, we've already discussed both versions of Anakin Skywalker and how they are just really skyrocketing in the secondary marketplace. And also you're seeing that trend with both the deluxe and non-deluxe version of Obi-Wan Kenobi and also Count Dooku as well. So going up and pulling up the screen right here, 6scalecantina.com, you can see two new entries from this week. You can see right there on the right of your screen, below the Shore Trooper, Obi-Wan Kenobi from Revenge of the Sith, and then to the left of him, Count Dooku as well. So there are definitely big movers right now in the Star Wars Hot Toys secondary marketplace. So let's go ahead and take a look at how the average has risen in the market value chart. So remember, once you go to the market value chart, go ahead and click on the current value column a couple of times, that arrow there, and you get the highest ranked figures to the lowest ranked price-wise, so it's real easy to navigate down. So scrolling right to Obi-Wan Kenobi Deluxe, $495 and rising, a few spaces down. The non-deluxe version, $455 and rising. Let's go ahead and pull up a couple of recent, auctions. So this one's actually going on currently during the recording of this video. It has 2 days and 6 hours left. $599 with 7 bids on this deluxe version. Recently, very recently, this deluxe version of Obi-Wan Kenobi has been selling in the $600 range. So it's definitely that average on the market value chart is going to go ahead and hit over that $500 mark here, I believe, really soon. Going to another recent auction, you can see right here, back from January 20th, a non-deluxe version, $485. Wow, there was a time going back several months ago where you can get this non-deluxe version for around $385. But with the popularity of Star Wars and the huge success of The Mandalorian Season 2, you're seeing a lot of the beloved characters from Star Wars with prior Hot Toys releases just really creeping up in the secondary marketplace. Now, this is a really, it's a really good figure. I do really like this figure. I don't think the head sculpt is perfect for Ian McGregor, but I think it is really good. That being said, Hot Toys is going to eventually, hopefully, put up for pre-order and officially announce the release of the Clone Wars version of Obi-Wan Kenobi, which also has an Ian McGregor head sculpt. Will that have an effect on this figure here? I think the first 2 or 3 weeks it might, similarly to the way that, when they announced, put up for pre-order the Clone Wars version of Anakin Skywalker. But at the end of the day, now, even though that's up for pre-order on Sideshow, that Clone Wars Anakin figure, which looks awesome, it's not affecting the Dark Side Anakin or the Revenge of the Sith version of Anakin. In fact, those figures are trending up, as we talked about in the video a couple of videos ago. So I think that it's going to be the same thing here, folks, with Ian McGregor. Especially because he has his own series also forthcoming on Disney Plus, the Obi-Wan series. And I think that it's just hot right now, and I think people are going to want this Revenge of the Sith look, of the hairstyle, you know, just the whole, you know, the robes, the Jedi cloak, everything. So if Star Wars stays hot, and I imagine that it will, I think that this will, it's just going to be where it is, and it's going to be interesting to see how high it rises or where it levels off on the secondary market. Now, let's go ahead and go to the second figure I want to bring attention to, which is Count Dooku. So going back to the market value chart at 6scalecantina.com, I will pull that up on the screen, and you can see right here, Count Dooku, $365 and rising. A recent auction for Count Dooku, you can see $380 back on January 17th with 20 bids. And that's a low one, because that figure is also selling well into the low 400s now as well. So I do think that on the market value chart that you are going to see this figure eventually, if it keeps trending the way it is, not only rising from $365, but get into that $400 range. Now, there was a time not too long ago as well where you can get this Count Dooku figure for, you know, $310, $325, you know, just going back maybe a few months ago, 3-4 months ago. And actually before that, it was actually higher. It was somewhere around, you know, 340, 350. Then it dipped down, like I said, to around 325. But man, now with the popularity of Star Wars, these figures are just rising above from wherever they've you know been before. So you know, this head sculpt is, I think, one of the best ever by Hot Toys for Star Wars. I love the way they captured Christopher Lee with this action figure. So certainly not a huge surprise here, you know, for me. But that's going to go ahead and go to my next figure I want to speak to, and that's actually Qui Gon Jinn, which is in stock right now at Sideshow, and you can pick this up at a variety of comic shops. However, eventually it won't be in stock, and eventually this will go on waitlist. So you have to wonder, is it possible that this Qui Gon Jinn figure is going to go rise as high as this Count Dooku figure is currently in the secondary market, or even the Ian McGregor, you know, Revenge of the Sith version here, which is really super high in the secondary market. Now, I would have told you going back before The Mandalorian Season 2, no. I didn't think it would. I thought maybe it would hit where Count Dooku was kind of going, but it certainly wasn't going to hit where Ian McGregor was going. But now, I just don't know. I mean, I do think that he was one of the major characters from The Phantom Menace, and certainly one of the characters and actors that helped carry that film from beginning, basically almost to the very end, before he was, you know, done in by Darth Maul. So you have to wonder, you know, is this going to trend similarly to the way the other prequel figures are now in the secondary market? I think it's possible. So if you're thinking about getting this figure, I would get it at retail price right now, which it's available for. Because if there's any tease of Liam Neeson showing up in the Obi-Wan series or any other series on Disney Plus for Star Wars, I think this figure will absolutely skyrocket. So it's certainly something we're going to have to keep an eye on in the secondary market for Star Wars, and certainly something to look forward to once this goes on waitlist to see exactly what happens in the secondary market. So that's going to go ahead and conclude this episode of the Market Value Chart Show. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We have about 50 subscribers now in just basically our first week. And let's go ahead and try and hit that 100 subscriber mark over the next week or two. I think that'd be a great landmark and goal to hit. And certainly I would love to start a live stream every couple of weeks as well. Once we hit about 200, 250 subscribers, I think it'd be great to do a market value chart show live streamed and open up the chat. I think that'll be a lot of fun. So go ahead and hit that like button if you like the video. Please subscribe and please follow us for the latest news on the market value chart on Facebook and Instagram. I have the links in the description below. Remember, many of the truths we cling to depend greatly on our own point of view. See you next time.